I launched a local tutoring company at the age of 31 with 3 kids under the age of 5. I am about to close out on my first official year in business, and these are going to be 5 mistakes I wish I knew and I've done differently as I was in my first year of business. So my name is Rebecca. I own a local tutoring company, and I have about 20 plus contract teachers on staff that I manage and get hours for. On top of that, I run test prep classes, I tutor one-on-one, and do a variety of things. This whole point is that, so hopefully if you are launching a business, you don't have to walk through these same mistakes that I made, and you can learn from me. So my first one is that I messed up with is keeping prices firm. So I came in a little bit as a bleeding heart. I've tutored for a while, and it was different then, but now with a team and a business, I've learned that if I don't keep prices firm, then I am not being clear and consistent with the customers. It's also a massive headache on the billing end when you have a bunch of different prices going on. So if I were going to start over, and what I do consistently now is I don't change the prices at all. I try to keep it as firm as possible for new customers coming in. If they want the business, they will pay the price. If not, and they're trying to negotiate price with me, it's probably not a customer that I want to deal with, because those customers that negotiated in the beginning are typically the ones that I'm having to remind to pay their bills, and it's just taking a lot more of a headache. So you want really good motivated customers. Also, like I said, the back end behind different pricing is a monster. Number 2 is to onboard support staff earlier, and I will build on this one as my 5th one in a kind of a controversial statement. So what I mean by support staff is I waited way too dang long to get a part-time assistant. And I'm also have been waiting, and now I'm finally interviewing way too long to get customer service support. Due to being a small business, I was trying to I guess you could say keep more money in the bank so that I can invest it into the brick and mortar building that we have now. But the problem is I was shooting myself in the foot, and still am, working too many hours late at night or early in the morning because I don't have support staff. So my teachers are great and they work with a lot of clients, but they don't do the back end work. So if I had a support staff earlier, I would have had a little bit more time to scale properly, and also just for my sanity too, to have someone helping me field all these customer inquiries, take calls, do payroll and billing. So right now I'm in the repair phase of trying to hire and train while I'm also really busy. So honestly, hands down, if you can get it, even just a part-time 10-hour-a-week assistant early on, if you're starting a business, do so. It's expensive, but it is 100% worth it. Number 3 is get your team to email you, not text you. So I'm a big culprit of this, especially because I have a Mac and a lot of my teachers have iPhones, and it's very easy for me just to click on the icon and text them. The problem is when people are consistently texting me is I tend to forget text messages more than emails. So emails in my Gmail account, I can create a task list, which is really nice, and I can circle back to it, but texts come in and out. And so for me, when a bunch of people are texting me, I tend to forget, I lose track of things. And so now I'm on the painful process of trying to encourage and train my team to shoot me an email, which takes a little bit more time on their part. So it's a little bit more inconvenient, but shoot me an email instead of texting me. It helps organize my brain better. I'm less likely to forget. And because of the texting problem, I now have actually 2 phones. This phone is what I use for business, and then I have a personal phone because the texting was such an issue. Personal phone, only family and close friends have. This one, a lot of people have this number. You will see my cute children on both phones. Number 4 is to be picky on hiring. So already in my first year, I had to go through firing someone, which was not fun. This person was extra pissed too. We tried, it just ate up so much unnecessary time. So my biggest recommendation and thing I wish I was doing better is just be picking on hiring someone. So how this looks in my field, and it's going to look different for anybody's field, is for tutoring, especially because I hire qualified teachers. I was not as big of a stickler on professional references as I should, and I've had at least one reference that I think in the end was falsified. But that being said, what I've shifted to is with my teachers, I've been very big on getting references from their supervisors within the district. So I am looking for an email address that's at the county school district or from the private school or whatever. By being a stickler on who I hire and what references they need, that saves me a ton of headache, because I will tell you, searching and hiring is tiring, but what is more tiring is constantly having to play damage control because someone was being unprofessional or not being good with the clients. So hands down, just being very picky on who I hire. Not overly picky, but just having stricter preferences. And then number 5, which is my most controversial one, is, and I hesitate to say this, is to pay my team less in the beginning. So this has no reflection on my team. If any of my teammates see this, y'all are wonderful and doing an amazing job. And this is truly more on the support staff end. So this really builds on number 2, is because I paid my team a little bit too high. Now I am hurting to be able to pay for support staff. So what that pretty much means is that I become a less effective leader because I'm stretched more thin. So if I had paid just a little bit less in the beginning, I would have had a little bit more of a nest egg to invest it into support staff, making me a more functional, dynamic, and more stronger leader. So like I said, the pay has nothing to do with my team. They're doing a great job, and I believe in paying as high as I humanly can. But I wish I paid just a little bit of a percentage less of payout portion to my teachers. So now I just have a little less wiggle room, which is hard, and I'm learning from it. So I hope that you learn from it too. That being said, if you more tips on business or how to grow a tutoring business or even how to effectively tutor, please follow and subscribe for more.